Gen's Bastian here. He's a German economist. He's been here in Greece for more than 10 years, and he works for an independent think tank. Now, Jens, assuming that the market rates do fall, this is going to afford some breathing room for the Greek government. Where to now for the Greek government?
Finally, Greece has gotten the breathing room that it needed. Where now? It has to continue its homework. Not only in terms of implementing its austerity program, but also, for example, it has to start with the structural reform packages. Here it has to deliver.
Okay, well, tell us more about the structural reforms that need to be undertaken, because, yes, we've got the austerity package, which is designed to cut the budget deficit, but a lot more needs to be done.
3 areas are critical: tax reform, social security and pension reform. You have to open labor markets, make them more flexible. For example, with regard to liberal professions, widen them, give young people a greater chance to enter the labor market.
So how confident are you that the Greek government's actually going to be able to put structural reforms in place while trying to run a primary budget surplus over the next 3 years?
Confidence is the name of the game here. It can deliver in terms of austerity, but it also has to deliver in terms of these reforms. They will take time, and these reforms also need a mentality change in Greek society.
Tell us about the IMF's role in actually putting those reforms in place. What can the IMF actually do in order to help guide Greece?
I think the role of the IMF is important because, first of all, the stigma has been taken off the IMF. It's not the bad boy in town anymore. On the other hand, the IMF can assist, can advise, and it can monitor the implementation of the budgetary measures, but also of the structural reform agenda.
So what has the IMF done already? Is it already been able to establish itself here in Athens?
First of all, it's established a working relationship with the government, with the central bank. That's important for the chemistry and how to continue working in the coming months when it gets down to the details. That's where the devil is lying.
Well, let's just talk about the return to the structural reforms that need to be undertaken. There's also the issue of competitivity. Greece is uncompetitive compared with its European Union peers. What can be done to improve competitivity at the same time as you've got a slowing economy?
This competitiveness is the name of the game because it's about the real economy at the end of the day. You have to, for example, improve employment levels, but you also have to, for example, improve FDI. The Greek government is going to announce a privatization agenda. This is where it has to deliver. This is where the fine print of its reform agenda in the coming months will make the difference.
Just in a word, are you confident that it can be done?
I am more confident than I was over the weekend.